Well,
on and on.
Good support here. Our band is here again today, and a large group of cheerleaders. Not quite as many here today, John. I wonder if they split the squad. 5. Yeah. Looks like about half the squad. Maybe there's something else going on, but the kicker for English is number 61, and that is Dan Mosconi. And it's an excellent kick. It's going to go to Mike Howard.
Howard
he goes right up the middle.
Over the 30, and that's about where he's going to stop. Maybe the 29-yard line.
Oh, nice kick.
So the Sachems take over. It's 1st and 10 on the 29-yard line. And we're kind of hoping that the Sachems can break out with a big score. Do you have any idea what the English record is thus far, Dick?
3-1 in the conference, Jim told us.
Okay.
Yeah, that looks like, who is it?
Who brought the ball over the 30-yard line?
Number 1.
Niccolo.
Mike Niccolo.
Mike Niccolo on the carry. Gain of 3 yards. 2nd down and 7.
We play 4 11-minute periods in the Northeast Conference, and we're just underway here. As number 3 coming into the lineup, back in with the play, Mike DeChara. Mike, a freshman quarterback. He was quite a standout the last couple of years in Pop Warner football, but this is a big experience for him to be jumping in here today.
Okay, he hands it off again. Niccolo.
He got some room. He got some real room.
Run somebody, and he looked like he slipped on the 40-yard line, maybe landed up on the 45.
Johnny was able to turn that corner very, very nicely, and
his leg is in good shape.
The ball is sitting now on about the 44-yard line, and Jim tells us about a 13-yard gain.
Oh, 1st and 10.
And last time we saw him, he had a lot of trouble getting outside, and maybe his leg is pretty good.
His leg is in good shape, they tell me. His mother was telling me, Carol, just a few minutes ago.
Well, he certainly showed some good speed turning that corner.
Okay.
He hit to the middle again.
His shot up the middle.
Hope we don't wear him out early.
Right, close to the 50-yard line. In fact, well, 49.5-yard line to be exact. So 2 good plays by Niccolo, rushing the ball. Now we've got to do something else besides feed him the ball every play, Dick, as you said.
Well, in previous games, the temperature was a lot higher, 60s, kissing 70, and this is a cool day. Maybe it'll prove to be beneficial, and we'll be able to handle the second half a little better.
Right,
2nd and 5 from the 49-yard line.
DeChara at the control, hands the
Here
ball.
comes Lavoie around the side.
And Lavoie breaks
Got the
away
first
from
down.
one. He's down beyond the 45-yard line to down about the 44. Maybe even the 43.
Well, Saugus looking good in this early drive if they've moved into Lynn English territory, and there was a nice run around this end by Rodney Lavoie.
So it's a pretty good-looking offense for the moment for the Sachems as they've moved from their own 30-yard line to the 44-yard line of Lynn English.
And there goes to Niccolo. He smashes all the way down to
the 35.
Well, the thing I observed, Joe, English doesn't look as big up front as what we've seen with Beverly, and everybody we've played up to today has had huge linemen. English seems to be more in our size category.
This is true, and in the games that we've done so far, Saugus has always seemed to move very well in the first quarter, but not always to get over the goal line. Today, they look like they're moving very strongly downfield. And they're down to about the 33, 32-yard line, I believe.
Yeah, it was Niccolo piling up.
Yeah,
That's another first down.
I worry a little bit. He might feel pretty good, but just the same.
Well, this is the best drive that they've shown us this year early in the game. They've been, ripping off some pretty good chunks of yardage there.
Our linemen up front look at least as big as the English team, and that's good, and they seem to be handling them all right. So DeChara hands it off again to
Niccolo. He
one step away from breaking it. He got down to the 31-yard line.
Yeah. He's moving quickly up to the line, but there seems to be some pretty good openings there that just seem to close at the last minute, and you're starting to get the feeling that there may be an opportunity to break one on one of these plays.
I think so. I think so. So the ball down on the 31-yard line of Lynn English. Saugus on the move. They took the opening kickoff, and they have been moving quite steadily.
With a 2nd and 9 here. He drops the ball.
Oh,
he recovers
He picks it on
Ooh.
the hop, but it's cost him a couple of yards as he's back to about the 33-yard line. So it'll be 3rd and 10.
Well, he did a good job recovering it, but he lost a couple. Now you're in a tricky situation that you're going to 3rd and long, 3rd and 12 to 33. You could be in 4-down territory, although
I would think so.
It could be questionable.
It's a pass that would make the difference, I think, and that's what we have to wait and see. I don't know if Chara has the arm of Gannon.
Okay, the wide receivers again are 7 and 8. Combination we've used all. Hand off to Niccolo. He's racing through. He shot at the first down.
Yeah, it's pretty close. Pretty close.
He smashes down to about the 23. It looks like it's about maybe
half yard short. Oh, more than that. Full yard. Got 9.
Picked up 9 yards on that play. Okay.
Oh, this is certainly a carrying down. So just push up and pick the yard, guys.
Okay, everybody's going to be keying on Niccolo. So
smart play is to give it to, I think that's number 19.
He takes time out. Well, for a freshman quarterback, Mike Tachara looks pretty composed out there.
Yeah, he does. He does.
Mike's a freshman, 5'11", 165 pounds. He's a big kid for his age. His father, you know, if things are hereditary, his father, Mike, who runs a local construction business here, is well over 6 feet. And Mike's probably a good solid 230 these days, somewhere in that area. So young Mike will probably grow to a pretty good size before he graduates from high school. Critical play here.
Critical play, great experience for the quarterback.
4th and 2. Here comes Mike. I don't know.
So,
he's in a crowd. Looks like he might be close. I'd say he's got it.
Down the 20-yard line where they're picking him up from.
Yes, first down. He drove right through there.
Oh, gracious. Now 21-yard line they're putting it at. So.
Okay, yeah, it's Rodney Lavoie comes back in, number 28. Rodney's already demonstrated he has good speed going outside.
I am impressed, Richard, since I missed the October 12th game. And they look better. That's stopped at the line of scrimmage.
Okay, he can go into the well once too many over there.
So English is finally keying on number 1. Now's the time to change the runner.
No gain. It'll be 2nd and 10 with the ball sitting right on the 20-yard line.
Coach Niccolo, who is Michael's father, by the way, has yet to have a full team all healthy at the same time. And it has taken its toll, and usually around the late in the 3rd and the 4th quarter, the team is exhausted.
Okay, Mike Howard, number 7, split on this side.
Pass play.
There he's there. He grabs it.
And a first down on the 10-yard line.
No, I don't think so, John. No.
Number 7, Mike Howard caught it.
Is he? Well, is it? Do you think so? Yeah, maybe you're right.
It's touching, and they're going to bring the stakes in, aren't they?
Yeah. Nice pass from Mike Tachara to Mike Howard.
Somehow there's a difference between where the ball is and where the 3rd down marker is.
Yeah, it looks like about a half a yard.
They are, but on the field it looks like it's inches. However, do it again. 3rd down, guys.
Niccolo's through. He's gone. He's in.
Yes, sir.
Wow.
Michael broke on the left-hand side of that line of Lynn English, went right through and crossed the goal line, putting up 6 points for the Sachems. Great first drive by the team. It took them,
Well, there's 7 minutes gone. Let's see, 7 minutes gone in this period, and with the 4-minute mark, Michael runs it in, and this is probably the best showing that Saugus has had all year on an individual drive, right down the field. And Michael was the key man. They were, you know, throwing in a pass to Mike Howard, but they'll be going for the 2 points here now. Let's see what happens. I would imagine we'll come right back to Mike Niccolo again.
Oh, they got a couple of people wide on the far side of the field for a pass, and there is the pass, and it's good.
To Davis.
It's good. Number 8, Kevin Davis, makes it 8-0. First possession of the game. Saugus had it. Saugus scored, and now they will come up, and we'll have a chance to see how the Saugus defense is going to be.
Very, very impressive field drive, John. It's the best they've done all year.
Absolutely.
We haven't had a drive that's matched that at all. Mike Nicolo's had times when he's had some good spurts of running, but he could almost run at will in that drive, which was kind of a surprise.
Right.
And of course, after that thrashing they took at Marblehead last week, you know, psychologically you had to say, well, maybe they wouldn't be ready for this one, but it's obvious that they are. See some new numbers out there. 33, Ryan Garrity, who plays so well when he's out there, is in there for Saugus. And Jim gives me, Niccolo has 56 yards rushing. And Lynn English had come in with 2 straight shutouts.
So we broke that streak.
And it's
the ball's on the 20-yard line. Here comes English up to the middle. He looks like he's got an open spot, and he's going to go if they can't catch him.
Number 1.
75-yard touchdown run by number 1, Acie Johnson, a senior. And he took it all the way.
Thank you. 80-yard run.
Well, hey, we were very much uplifted on the first series of downs, and now we're going to have to see what happens, because on the first possession, Lynn English went all the way for a touchdown, 80 yards, and now they're 2 points short of tying the score, and let's see if they go for 2 or 1.
Well, if Saugus' late substitute here as 73 comes running in, that's John Palumbo. He's going to fill an empty spot there.
I guess.
He's rolling left.
They're going to pass.
He's in trouble. He's got a man in the corner. He's going for it. He is shot. He is shot.
Yeah, just about the 2-yard line, they pushed him out. But that was a pretty good attempt to rush the ball for 2 points after the touchdown.
And it looked to me like it might have been Rodney Lavoie that pushed him out.
So 8-6, 3:47 left to go in the first period. The score, Saugus 8 and Lynn English 6.
Jim, how do you spell your last name?
So Jim is good.
Okay, Jim. Okay, we're sitting with Jim Bianchi from the Lynn item. He gave us the stats on Michael Niccolo had his 56 yards rushing in this initial drive, and now we just seen a shocker as Acie Johnson, number 1. I guess he's got the right number all right, as he raced up the middle for 80 yards and just outran everybody for the touchdown. But the rollout to the left to go for the 2-point conversion was well covered. He never had an open receiver, and then the quarterback decided to run himself, and he was stopped just about a half a yard short of the goal line, and that's leaves Saugus with an 8-6 lead here. Number 60 will kick, and that is Acie Johnson.
Ball is on the 40-yard line.
It's a beautiful kick. It's going to go to Mike Howard.
Niccolo. No, Howard. Howard's coming up. Howard's found a little bit of a hole and keeps rolling up over the 30-yard line, and is about at the 33. I would think they'll spot the ball.
Well, interesting. There's not a big crowd here. There's a few loyal fans down below. This is a tough day. It's cold, and you got BC playing Notre Dame on television, and a lot of other people in a state of shock waiting for the Red Sox game tonight. So,
but the loyal fans are here.
Okay, let's see Saugus on a second drive here, and they start off with good field position just over the 30.
Kevin Davis comes wide to the field, so there's a possibility of a pass.
It's a pitch out
to Niccolo.
He slips wide, cuts back,
and he's lucky if he gets back to the line of scrimmage. I think he's going to lose a couple.
Okay, they were covering him pretty carefully there.
Yeah, you can't keep using the same running back in every play.
Well, I'd run Rodney Lavoie a couple of times too, but
he wouldn't have anybody chasing. If Mike fakes he's got the ball, he'll draw 11 men.
Okay, 3:14 left in this first period as Saugus leads here 8-6 in what's already proving to be a very interesting game.
Again, it's Niccolo, and again he's pushing and fighting, but he's just barely beyond the line of scrimmage. He may have picked up a couple.
Okay, he's going to leave his team with a 3rd and 7 here as he moves it up to the 35-yard line. Again, it's cool here. In fact, I guess you could say it's cold. It's 41, 42 degrees. Good weather for down on the field, but not too great for the fans. And the wind is blowing, and the wind is behind the Chara.
Okay, it looks like a passing play. There's ends spread out wide.
Back to pass. Oh, there's a whistle.
We got a whistle. I guess it's against Saugus.
Appears to be illegal procedure. Anyway, it's going to cost him 5.
Offside, I guess.
No, illegal procedure. They move it back to the 30-yard line. It will be a, let's see, 3rd and 13. They'll have to come all the way up to about the 43 for a first down.
That's a big play if we're going to maintain possession at this point. That's a lot of yardage to make in one play.
Well, it's a positive thing to see Saugus playing a freshman quarterback. I can't recall seeing that for a number of years, and this is certainly a good experience for young Mike DeChara. He's back to, he's got time.
Pass, he throws, it's complete to number 19 for Saugus, and he's come close to a first down, but I think he's just a yard short, and there's a flag.
That was Frank LaCarty. I didn't see where he got hit on the sideline over there, whether it was a face mask or water or anything of that nature.
What the penalty is.
But the ball is up over the 40 to about the 43-yard line. I haven't seen a sign yet. A flag was thrown.
Here comes the ref.
It appears that it's going to be against English.
Yeah. How will they tack it on?
Oh, definitely. Definitely.
Dead ball foul, so it's added on now.
Jim, what was that one, you know? A late hit? Okay. Jim tells us that it was a late hit. That's a 15-yard penalty. Of course, the play was across the way from us. It was out of bounds, and he must have got hit, you know, out of bounds after he was already out. So the ball is now down to the Lynn English 44 after a costly Lynn English mistake.
Yeah, they attacked those two. The play and the penalty together. Saugus moved well up over the midfield stripe and in a position to regain their momentum that they had at the opening kickoff. So they're over here huddled around deciding what they're going to do. English is over on the far side of the field. There are a few fans over there. I'm looking quickly and I see a dozen.
Well, again, our cheerleaders are looking very nifty down here as they coordinate with the band, and let's see. Saugus, good. Jim has 6 first downs. Thank you. Yeah.
We get great assistance from the Lynn item. And
what's this going to cost us, Jim? A cup of coffee or what?
We're really happy to have him on board. Tom is our cameraman, Gillis, and Robert Gillis is with us.
1st and 10 on the 44-yard line of Lynn English.
An inside handoff.
There's another flag.
Oh, yeah, but it looks as though the ball may have got loose.
I don't know what the indication is.
I don't even know where the ball is. Oh, they pick it up. It was standing. Let's see, what are they going to do? Mark
English
off.
is backing up, so it must be against English.
Let's see. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. It's going to be a big one.
Jim, is that a late hit again? Okay, he gave the crossed arm signal. That's all right. Okay, apparently it was a late hit again, and that's a 15-yard penalty marched off against Lynn English, which brings the ball down to about the 27-yard line. And when play resumes, it's going to be a 1st and 10 from that point.
And
so English is
golden opportunity.
English has given up 30 yards in penalties on this drive. He's in trouble.
He throws. It's complete.
To
Down to
Lavoie.
the 15.
Lavoie's down to the 15-yard line. Rodney on the fly. He cut across, a nice pass from DeChara. He caught it right down to the 15 for another first down.
You know, DeChara seems to be fairly tall. Let me see exactly. He's almost 6 feet, 5'11", and he's done a nice job with those passes.
Short, but to the point, you know.
Yeah, exactly.
Of course, this is a cold day, and, you know, brittle fingers.
Yeah. If this is what's yet to come, we're in for cold winter, I'll tell you.
Here comes Niccolo. He
Racing through
smashes down
down
to the 6.
Oh, another first down as Niccolo breaks through.
Okay, he's down on about the 6, and they're saying it's
9.
maybe a yard shot.
Yeah. Yeah, from our angle, it looked like he had made it, but...
Michael might be having his best yardage of the season in this first half.
Well, he didn't play last week because of his leg, and apparently the extra week rest has been most beneficial. And here
he comes again. He's in.
Pushing. He's still
down to the 2, to the 1. Yeah, that'll be a first down. So when play resumes, it's going to be first and goal from about the 1-yard line.
Wonderful, wonderful. Now, you'll assume that they're going to score, and then we have to pray that they hold.
Well, the school I go to, Joe, we assume nothing. You can always fumble, unfortunately.
I'm optimistic.
Looking good, but here comes Niccolo. He is in. He is in.
Looking down, his mother is sitting down in front of us here in the press box, and she was quite happy. Now the cheerleaders will go down and do their push-ups according to whether the score is 14, 15, or 16.
Well, Jim is kind enough to give me the latest statistic, which is a very big indication why they're where they are. Mike DeChara is 3 for 3 for 34 yards. Thanks, Joe.
This is the second possession of downs, by the way, that Saugus has had, and they've scored on the first. Now they scored in the second. Now
he's got time. He drops it out. No. Was intended for Mike Howard.
So the score stays at 14-6 as the point after, or the attempt for the 2-point after conversion failed. So Saugus comes up, and one would say, wow, we're in good shape, but just bear in mind that when Lynn English got the ball on the kickoff, the ensuing kickoff after the first Saugus touchdown, it went all the way, 85 yards.
Okay, again, it's a cool day. There's a strong wind, and we're kicking with the wind. And on the opening kickoff, we saw Acie Johnson, the opening kickoff to Lynn English, race back 80 yards right up the middle. He outran everybody for a touchdown. That's number 1, and he's standing back there deep on about the 7-yard line as his team trails here. And Jim told us that Lynn English has shut out the last 2 teams they played. So for Saugus to rack up 14 points here is a pleasant surprise. Of course, that drive was aided by 30 yards in penalties. And okay, getting ready to kick off now.
2 seconds left of the first period. We're getting ready to kick off. Number 3 is going to kick. Mike DeChara. He moved. No, he doesn't. It's number 39.
It's a squib kick. Is down at the 30. Well, that was a safety way of doing it. That nullified any kind of a run back. But now we'll get a look at the regular Lynn English defense, offense rather. English is now going to come on the field for the first offensive play. The only play they've had from an offensive side was the run back of the kick.
That's right. 1 play, 7 points.
Not a big front line like what we used to, as we pointed out before. Let's see how we do with it. He keeps it. He's got a guy.
Pass.
He's out there. He's loose. No.
Oh, he was covered by number 28, is it? Yes.
Rodney Lavoie out there on the coverage. The ball was there.
Second down, 10 ball in English. at least they didn't repeat their previous performance. So let's see if Saugus can hold for 3 more downs.
Right on the 30-yard line, just a shade over.
Saugus
Comes off that right side. Here's Johnson.
Well, he's practically at first down range.
He picks up about 9. I see number 54 was in the tackle, Brian Bianchi.
Oh, it's going to be
3rd and a healthy one. And that's the end of the quarter.
Okay, so at the end of the first quarter, it's Saugus 14, Lynn English 6. Lynn English in possession of the ball at about the 40-yard line.
And the story of the first quarter has been the really the steady quarterbacking of Mike DeChara. He's 3 for 3 and for 35 yards passing, and I'm not sure of Michael Nicolo's yardage. I'm sure Jim from the Lynn is going to give it to us shortly, but he's having one of his finest running days as he's just been non-stoppable, and he's wound up scoring an 11-yard run and a 1-yard run for 2 touchdowns. And we got the 2 points with Davis making 1 reception, and as we start the second quarter, it's Saugus 14, Lynn English 6.
So Saugus and Lynn English change directions now, and if the field is tilted, it'll be to the advantage of Lynn English, but I think it's a level playing field, so we won't have to worry about that. Saugus defense coming up on the line, a little bit slow getting up there.
Well, the thing that's happening, too, is we're not playing long periods on defense. I think one of the things that's tired us out in previous games is that we play practically the whole game on defense, and this is really their first defensive effort. Okay, they're trying to set the clock. It's showing 0 time. He needs to get that up to 11 minutes.
John is down here. No.
There we go. We're now going to play 11 minutes of the second period instead of 0.
That's okay. We could have been in the second half already. Well, I'll tell you, whoever carried that ball, I'll see what his number is when he gets up. It looks like it's 50. Is it 57? No.
Okay, and number 57, Kyle Burnell, was right on the bottom to make that stop, but it's a first down as he moves it up to about the 46-yard line. Again, a beautiful day for football. Cool, but very comfortable football weather. And he's jammed up in the backfield.
Finally get into the backfield, and they bring him back 5 yards.
What a play by number 78 for Saugus, and that's Jason Herring. He just grabbed him in the backfield, threw him for, let's see, about maybe a 2-yard loss. It'll now be a 2nd and 12. The ball is now sitting on the 44-yard line.
Well, Saugus found out they can get into the backfield of Lynn English. They did that time. They're widespread formation by English at this point. He makes the line of scrimmage, gets up to about the 49-yard line.
A little bit quarterback delay there. Kyle Burnell was on that stop, number 57. It's going to leave Lynn English with a 3rd and 6. There's a ball sitting right on just about midfield.
Yeah, Saugus at least has held on here for a little bit and slowed the offensive move of Lynn English. And let's see, this is a big play.
He's in a shot.
3rd down.
Number 7 there, the quarterback is Carroll's in a shotgun formation. At times, he's
going to be hit. They're bringing him down.
He's down.
Yeah, he's very, very good.
Caught in the backfield.
Number 16 for Saugus, Mike Caruso.
He shot in there and
grabbed hold and hung on.
It's been very rare this year that we've sacked the quarterback, and he just couldn't get away from him.
That's right. He was like a lobster. He got his claws around him and wouldn't let go.
Well, again, John, as I pointed out in the previous game, Saugus played practically the whole first half on defense, and they just had 1 stint, so maybe that'll help.
Could
be.
be.
Twin safeties back there.
Nicolo and Howard back.
High snap.
High snap.
Got plenty of time.
Gets
it's a twist. It's going to bounce.
It's going to bounce badly and not be brought back at all. It's going to stop on the 30-yard line of Saugus. It'll be 1st and 10 from there.
We'll take it on the 30. Okay, I see 40 coming out of the lineup. That was Greg Bluestein Shea for Saugus. 78 goes back in. He's looked very good out there, Jason Herring. Here comes Rodney Lavoie, number 28, a speedsters had a couple of nice plays, caught a pass and good running.
Jason Herring looks pretty big too, if you ask me.
Frank
He's
LeConte
6'1", 260 pounds.
Frank had a big play in that first drive. Here we go on our third offensive drive.
And Niccolo comes wide to this side. Number 8 goes to the far side. Kevin Davis. Is it a pass play? It's a run up the middle.
And it goes for about 2, 3. And it's Niccolo. He crosses over the... Well, let's see. How much did they give? They give him about 1, I guess.
Didn't give him much. Big thing here is, you know, that's tough. Those are big linemen, and it's tough for Mike to get through them. He's better off breaking from outside the tackle than inside.
8:20 left here in the second period as Saugus leads at an early surprise, 14-6.
Mike DiChiara, number 3 for Saugus, is the quarterback. He's a freshman. He's filling in for Gannon, who has a separated shoulder.
Way back there.
Way back behind the line of scrimmage. The workhorse for the Saugus backfield, Niccolo, and he lost a few.
Well, that's going to leave us with a third down here and long yardage, and the situations are coming up. As you can see, Lynn English could wind up with getting decent field position if they can stop this third down. And here comes Rodney Lavoie. Rodney caught a pass in one of the drives earlier. He's a good, quick receiver.
Okay, number 7 comes to this side, Mike Howard, and to the far side.
Here comes Rodney. Got to turn that corner. Can't do it. Here's a flag.
Well, we may get a break on this one.
Unless it's Holy.
I don't think it was Saugus.
Probably Holy. Yeah, look.
What's that? It's against Saugus. Penalty is declined, and Saugus will have to kick the ball on its own 29-yard line.
Okay, Mike's been kicking all year. That's Mike Howard, number 7. He had some good days, and so he's gradually improved to the point where last few games he's been a very decent kicker. Got time.
He got it up. He got
Shot
it off.
kick.
It's going to go up to the 50-yard line. It's almost fumbled. It'll be on the Saugus 49-yard when play resumes.
Good field position for Lynn English. Shot kick, but no run back.
And Saugus has the hold. There's 7 minutes and 12 seconds left to play here in the first half. Saugus has got a 14-6 lead at the moment.
And Saugus did get the opening kickoff, so for second half action, Lynn English will be receiving the kick.
Oh, English comes up to the line of scrimmage. Number 10 comes to the far side, near side here, Matt Prunia. Quarterback calling signals.
He's back in the shotgun.
Oh, high snap, but he got it. It's a quick pass. It's complete, and it's good for a first down.
Quick, he slipped away.
On about the 38, 37-yard line of Saugus. Big gain for English. It's going to be on the 30, more than that.
Yeah, I see Ryan Garrity made the tackle.
So first down.
You don't see many teams go to Swampscott. Did this a lot last year. A couple of years was very successful. You notice the quarterback's not up under center. He's back in a shotgun.
And he's going to keep it this time.
He goes on a delay himself, and he's way down there.
5.
He's inside to about the 29-yard line. A little different look.
Yeah. They look like they know the way to the goal line, that's for sure.
Well, it's going to be a second, and looks like about 3 or 4.
Quick play call. They're up to the line of scrimmage already.
Yeah, it's
Saugus
the
is
first
getting
time,
set.
First time this year they've faced an offense like this. He got a high snap.
Snap, a good chance. Brought him down. Excellent.
There's Garrity.
At the 35-yard line, he caught the quarterback, and the quarterback seems to be hurt, too.
He's clutching his right leg.
Yeah, he is.
And we missed the 2 points, and that's where we are now. Saugus leads 14-6. The ball is back on about the 35-yard line. There was a loss on that play, and when play resumes, it's going to be 3rd and 8.
The quarterback was hurt on that play. He's gone out. Number 8 has come in, and then again, maybe he hasn't come in. Yep.
John, how many yards do you think Mike Niccolo has rushing? Take a guess. Jim is giving me the
65.
Pretty close, 73.
Not bad.
73. Ball is right on the 35. Change of quarterbacks. Still in the shotgun.
Snap.
He's got time. Takes his time. He's
Looks,
downtown.
He's
there. He's all alone.
He's got a man all by himself. Number 1. A new quarterback comes in. Acie Johnson is the receiver. He got away from his defense, and he was all alone to run into the end zone with a 35-yard
He wasn't
pass.
even covered.
And wide receivers, it looks like an attempt to pass for 2 points. Let's see.
Okay, thank you.
And he ran in. Number 8.
John, they tell me number 8, John
Is who?
Popper's giving me, he is Lance Estabrook. And he ties the game with his 2-point conversion there.
Well, there was no letdown on the Lynn English offense with the change of quarterbacks. 2 plays, and he got himself a touchdown.
Well, here we go. Number 60 is the kicker for Lynn.
Is going to kick. Giuseppe.
Okay, the wind's fairly still at the moment.
And the kick.
It's a good kick. It's a shot kick.
Going on the far
it's going to be a
side of the
toughie.
field and going to go out of bounds. Now they're going to have to pick it up on the 5. It's Niccolo cutting up, looking to come by, breaks away from one, breaks away again. He's got a chance. He ran into his own man.
I think that ball would have gone out of bounds. Well, in any event,
Up on the...
we didn't make out well on that one at all. The ball is on the 14-yard line.
Oh, boy. Well, whatever. We have to go quite a distance for a touchdown, so let's do it a little bit at a time, guys. Use up the clock. You get 5 minutes and 38 seconds to the first half. Number 7, Mike Howard, wide to this side. Number 8 to the far side, Davis. Quarterback, DiChiara. Trouble in the backfield.
Okay, one of the players out of position. Michael tried to get him in a position. We had to use a timeout to straighten that out.
Right. That's...
Well, that was a tricky kickoff. It was across the way from us. It just rolled right down by the goal line, whether it was going out of bounds or not. But Niccolo picked it up for the 2 and did his best to get away from there, and did manage to get it back out to about the 14, but leaves us in a kind of precarious field position.
Okay, we got 2 on that play. And we may have even lost the ball. There seems to be a fight for it with Niccolo. He's got it. Mike DiChiara at the helm for Saugus.
You got time to get Cream.
He got Cream back on the 4-yard line. Number 80 for Lynn English. Wayne Lozzie was all the way in there.
He turned around and...
Great play, guys.
Well,
the ball on the 9-yard line.
You don't pick up 19 yards very often.
He's going to pass for it. He throws. It's going to be complete.
Oh, wow.
He did get the 19 yards, plus a few more.
Mike lobbed it perfectly to him. Michael DiChiara to Kevin Davis.
There was a great play for Saugus. It got them out of the shadows with their own...
Probably one of the prettiest plays of the year for us. He just lobbed it perfectly, and Davis to find it. Look.
It's like the ball was waiting for him when he caught up with it. And Niccolo coming to this side, and they got 3 guys on him.
Well, they tried pitching out. That didn't help either.
That didn't work either. Wide receivers, the pass play worked for a good yard a few minutes ago. Let's see if it does it again. There's the attempt.
No interference, no. Okay, after that
from Mike Howard.
Mike is now 4, DiChiara for 5 for 57 yards.
And And we're at third down now.
That was a bang play, but didn't quite connect.
Indicates the wind is blowing against Saugus. A pass play. It's there. It's a little bit too far.
He was well covered. He was well covered that time.
Kevin Davis was the... Number 7 is back there, Mike Howard, waiting to kick. Number 5 is his lead blocker in front of him, Joe Bruce.
Got time.
He got the kickoff. Oh,
it's a shot kick. He called it a fair catch.
Okay, he took it on the 45-yard line. Be first and 10 with 3 minutes and 19 seconds left to go in the first half. The ball in the possession of Lynn English. Hand off to number 1, way over the far side. He's got some room. He's going to pick up. Oh, good tackle. Let's see who comes up. Number 7.
Mike. That was a nice play. He looked like he was going to turn that corner and pick up the first down.
All he got was 6, though.
Okay, Jim points out Carroll, number 7. Chris Carroll is back at quarterback.
Apparently got some leg injury there. He seems to be limping a bit.
Estabrook before.
Fast pass, handoff, and
he jammed up.
Jammed up right at the line of scrimmage. I think number 11 was the carrier, Steve Hill.
Bianchi was on the tackle. I also saw Kevin Davis in there. We're looking at the clock. We're down to 2:11. I think English has probably got either 4 or 5 timeouts left.
5 seconds will be the 2-minute.
3rd and 3.
Quarterback keeps it, and he's hit at about the same place. He may have gained a yard, but short of the first down.
Bianchi's in there. 59 was in there. D'Angelo, 19. Frank LeConte.
So it's 4th and 3. The ball is on the 36-yard line, and it remains to be seen. With only a minute and a half left to play in the first half, we'll go for it. Almost. There's a offside. That ought to get Saugus 5 yards. The wide receiver, Scott Fiore, number 3.
Illegal procedure. He moved. That's going to be the ball back to the 41-yard line, and will be a 4th and 6.
And a lot more breathing room for the Sachems with 1 minute and 51 seconds left to play here in the first half. The score, Saugus 14, Lynn English 14. Timeout.
Yeah, for a fake, but I don't
So
know.
Nicolo's back on the 10-yard line. A very high snap, but he got it off.
Let it go, let it go.
Mike takes it up around the 4-yard line. He starts upfield with it, and he's going to bring it up to around the 15.
Well, I think he forgot where he was. He should let that ball go into the end zone. He would have come out to the 20.
A minute and 41 seconds left to go. 1st and 10 from the 16-yard line.
Well, good effort.
Yeah.
Your goalpost. It'll be Nicolo or Lavoie, one or the other or both. Here comes Nicolo. He smashes. He's up over the 20. Gives his team a little breathing room.
Yeah, close to the 22.
We're down to 131. We're not using our timeouts.
Clock is running. 1:26 left.
Just don't want to make a mistake here with that short of time period left.
I notice the quarterback for English doesn't go over the bench as much. I wonder if they got a set of signals to tell them what play to use. Quarterback.
Here comes Nicolo, smashing into the middle again.
You know, Nicolo is 5'8", 160 pounds, but he runs like he's 360 pounds sometimes when he hits that line so hard.
He seems to be walking fairly smooth, so apparently the legs aren't bothering him.
Yeah, well, he was off last week, I understand, and didn't play.
Well, we're down to 40 seconds, so...
and moving, and going like the wind. We're showing less than a half.
If they do nothing here, I'm sure you'll probably see Lynn call a timeout, so they'll try and block the kick on fourth
I
down.
think they ought to kneel down. Well, Nicolo's brought it
Did
up
he make
close
the
to
first down?
Close. Looks like he may have.
Okay, there's 16 seconds left now.
They stopped the clock to move. We'll be back with second period action. You'll be enjoying the high school band at halftime. What are they asking for them on the eBay?
They're going to draw it today, aren't they?
I guess.
4:30, I think.
I think so.
$1,500 a piece.
Yeah. Can you believe that?
I do, yes.
Would you pay $1,500? No. I can't believe it either then. No. Okay, we on? Okay, welcome back to second half action here as the Saugus High School football team is getting ready to do battle with the Lynn English High School. The score is tied 14-14. We're ready for the kickoff, and Saugus kicks. It's not a long kick. It's at the 35-yard line where it was down by a Lynn English lineman.
Okay, George, just quickly on first yard, stats for the first half. Saugus had 137 yards of offense and 11 first downs, and Lynn English only had 68 yards of offense in the first half, but they had that big 80-yard run from Acie Johnson, and we're 14-14 as we start the second half.
Yeah, you take 80 yards off that total. Saugus did pretty well. The ball was dropped by the quarterback for Lynn English, and he gained maybe a yard if he got that much.
And the last guy up off the ground for Saugus is number 16, Mike Caruso.
And if anybody wants,
Davis was also under the tackle.
It is a cold day at Stackpole Field.
Okay, the ball is sitting now right on the 34-yard line. It's 2nd and 11. We're into the third period. It's cold here.
Number 8's the back, and he doesn't have a name in the pocket.
Johnson on the carry.
And that was, the tackle was made by Rotherham. John, number 8, that's Lance Estabrook. That's
oh,
the name,
right, that's over here.
Yeah.
Very good.
They've changed quarterbacks, apparently.
Yeah. He must have got hurt in that.
Okay, Jim tells us that Charles apparently got hit a second time on his leg there, and he has a bad leg, and that's why we're seeing Estabrook at quarterback. And it's a 3rd and 7 now. Of course, he threw that big bomb of a pass in the first half down the left side.
Yeah, the quarterback, wasn't it?
No, there was this guy. Yeah, he threw it. Got a high snap.
We got a flag, a whistle.
Should be against Lynn English. One.
It was a high snap. Now, whether there was movement besides, and it appears though there was.
Yeah, illegal procedure against Lynn English. It'll leave them with a 3rd and 12. The ball is now on about the 34-yard line. Of course, what Saugus wants to do is contain Lynn English in this first drive. And if you held them here, you would get fairly decent field position. But this is an explosive team.
And they need 12 yards for first down. They got wide receivers, 2 on each side of the line of scrimmage, so they're going to be a pass, I guess.
High pass up. He's
he
in trouble
dropped the
again.
ball, and Saugus recovered.
I don't know if they did.
So.
No, I don't think so, but the ball.
Estabrook was able to smother it, but it's at the 25-yard line now.
Well, the key there, John, is you had to change your quarterback, and you were in a shotgun formation and 2 bad snaps, although they looked like they could have been handled. But in any event, it's a tremendous break for us, stopping them on this first drive. And we have twin safeties back here on our own 40.
Menendez is back to kick for English.
Got plenty of time.
He almost dropped
nice
the ball.
Kick, a lot of hang time. There's my
Nicolo gets it on the 43-yard line. Got a hold.
Got some room.
Makes the turn.
There's a block. Oh, there's a flag. It's going to cost us.
Well, he got hit pretty hard. I don't know where the flag
is thrown back around the 40. It looks like it'll probably it's going to be against Saugus.
Yeah, that's too bad.
Probably going to wind up around the 30.
Oh, my. The flag was dropped on the 46-yard line. Blocking in the back.
Okay, we're at
Penalty against Saugus.
The ball's on the 37-yard line, I
he
think.
threw it around the 40.
Or is he going to start counting?
He's
from
got to
there?
count from about the...
No, that's it. 37-yard line. 1st and 10.
In any event, that's decent field position. It's better than we were doing in the last half.
Yeah, I thought we were in deeper trouble, too, with the penalty.
Here
Here's
comes
the pitch.
Michael.
Niccolo to the far
He seeks
side.
her-
Runs over 2 ball players. He gets at the 44-yard line before they tackle him, and it was number 8 that did the tackle, Lance Estabrook.
Good speed. He had somebody right up his back, but Michael snuck around that corner, and the leg seems to be holding up pretty good so far.
See the brace on it, though. You can see one leg is empty and one leg wrapped in black. That's the brace.
Okay, we're out to the 44 now, 2nd and 3. Tied 14-14, looking to keep this drive going, get out and go ahead.
See if they can get through for adding another one. Niccolo again hit at the line of scrimmage and taken down. Number 22 was the man who brought him down. Or Fumas did the tackle.
He doesn't look that big, but the program we have, we don't have weights listed, so we're not sure the size of the line, but it doesn't appear to be a real heavy line compared to some like we've seen with Beverly. But 3rd down here and 3 with a no gainer.
A big play coming up for Saugus at this point to keep this drive alive. They need 3 yards to do it. The ball's on their own 44-yard line.
Really? Yeah.
The pitch.
It's to
Niccolo
Niccolo.
coming to the outside.
He's got it.
And he stretches forward over the 50-yard line to the 49-yard line of Lynn English.
Well, nice play there. We were looking for a pass, and the pitch out to Niccolo gives us a 1st down as they're mixing up the plays nicely. And we're now into Lynn English territory at the 49. Rodney Lavoie comes back in, 28. Niccolo now has, how many yards do you think now, John Russian?
I think he's got 94.
94, you're peeking, eh?
No. Is that right?
Yeah. Yeah, you're right.
No, I didn't see the slip.
Here comes Rodney.
And he's down around the 45-yard line. The ball was just about popping out of his arm, too.
Okay, he picks up about 4, I would believe. It's on about the 46-yard line. 7 minutes left in this 3rd period. Saugus 14, Lynn English 14.
And Saugus is moving slowly but surely. 2nd and 6. They've got 2 downs, this one and the next one, to try and pick up 6 yards.
7 and 8 split. And into the middle
Go
for
into
nothing.
it.
We keep testing that middle, but not too much success there.
Yeah, I think they ought to change that play.
Okay, we have good split receivers with number 7 in Mike Howard. Number 8 is Kevin Davis, and they're always a threat out there. And Michael DeChara, I believe, completed 4 passes in the first half, 4 out of 5. And
I think the wind's blowing against them, though.
3rd and 7 here, but it shouldn't affect a short pass, I wouldn't think, John. And okay, and a little different this time. They both lined up on this side.
There's the pass. It's
Completed to number 19, LeConte.
Yeah, it's going to be
Shot
short by about 5 yards.
It'll be a 4th and
4th and 4 anyhow.
I believe they'll kick here. One thing with Lynn English is you don't want to give them field position. And
Well, we brought in a new group of linemen.
we get the kicking team in there. In any event, when play resumes, it's going to be a 4th and 4 with the ball sitting on the Lynn English
We're going to have to take
43-yard
the time
line.
out.
And taking a lot of time to call this. Ooh, delay of
Took a
game.
5-yard penalty. That's coach's fault. He did all the talking over here.
The officials are discussing it first. They haven't called anything yet. They did throw a flag. Delay of game against 5-yard penalty.
The delay game against Saugus.
These guys are supposed to keep track of that. I mean, you know, why did it take 3 days to call a punt?
Yeah,
You know you're going to
explaining it. Here's what you do on that play now.
kick it.
That's all you have to tell them. Yeah, that was a coach's error, in my opinion.
Okay, the wind at the flag level seems to be blowing in the face of Mike Howard. And it's picked up fairly strong, although don't notice it too much at the ground level, I don't think.
And he's kicking from his own 40-yard line, and he gets it, just gets it off.
rushed, he gets
May have
it
even been tipped a bit, but Saugus is going to be able to follow it down to their 24.
Considering the circumstances with a runner like Acie Johnson out there, it's a good kick.
Yep, no return.
Again, we're sitting here on Saturday afternoon at 3:15. It's cool here. We're into the third period. There's 4:46 left. It's Saugus 14, Lynn English 14. Saugus scored twice, but runs for Niccolo, and a long pass and a long run for Lynn English is the equalizer, and that's where we stand, 14-14.
Dick says it's cool. I say it's cold.
Here comes on a delay.
Number one's got an open field. Here's one more
Davison's
guy to
gotta
stop
get
him. He didn't.
He's
He pushed him
out.
out of bounds, though, around the 50-yard line.
He's a
Acie
speedster.
Johnson. Yep. Looks like it's going to be offside on the 47-yard line. So,
Yeah, it
first
was
and 10.
just the delayed handoff, and it worked. It worked very nicely, and here we go with a first 10 of the 47.
Two wide receivers on the far
Yeah.
side, but Acie's got it
He's
again, and
outside.
he's going wide, and he's down, making some yardage just over a first down marker.
He's taking turns, turning the corner. He's inside the 40. They're marking it down around the 37-yard line.
Right.
There's a flag, and I think it's against Lynn English.
It is,
That should be a 15-yard. I don't know what the call was. He threw the flag, and he looked at English. And when they throw it like that, it's usually 15. And the ball's on the 37, and I think it's going to cost English. This will be the third major penalty.
Be nice if it brings the ball back to the 50-yard line.
Oh, he
That's what
will.
it
It's
looks
about
like.
the 48. It's a 15-yard penalty.
Penalties against English, 15 yards.
Brought it down the 46-yard line of Lynn English.
Must have been something he said, because I didn't see any physical play.
Yeah, but something that infuriated the
Well,
referees.
it's unsportsmanlike conduct, more than likely. Whatever version it was.
I don't know. We do have, let's see.
Was it?
It's going to be first and 10 from their own 45-yard
Around
line.
this
Here
side,
he's number
yeah.
one coming wide. And,
There's
another flag.
This should be against English.
Acie Johnson was the carrier. He brought it up to around the 48-yard line, but let's see what the flag does
It's
for us.
holding, I think, against Lynn English. That should cost him 10.
Oh, he's talking to Saugus to see what they want. Take the penalty.
Oh, you take the penalty, definitely. 10
Don't
yards.
question it. Take it.
Holding against Lynn English. 10 yards.
The holding penalty against English.
It's going to be at least first and 20 in this one, as Lynn English seems to be shooting themselves in the foot.
Yeah, we'll take all the help we can get. Well, that's what, 15, 35, that's 55 yards in major penalty that we're aware of. Delay coming through.
And they stop him this time. Number one, Acie Johnson, stopped after a gain of about 4.
I'll tell you, John, a nice diving tackle by number 33 there. That big guy out there, Ryan Garrity. What a nice tackle.
Second down and 17, they're saying. And they're right. It is 17.
Well, the only thing that scares you is they threw that long pass in the first half, and it just was so wide open.
Awake to follow him.
To wonder, is it still there?
Got a snap from center. He's going back. He's being rushed, and the ball is not blocked.
It was a screen.
It's up to the 50-yard line, and another penalty.
I don't know who it's against. Yeah, I hope it wasn't a face mask.
It's against
Saugus.
us. Yep. The ball got to the 50-yard line. Then there was a penalty, or is a penalty, about to be marked off for.
I think it was face mask.
And that looks like it's going to be a big 15, and that's too bad because the ball is down out of their own 35, the Saugus 35-yard line.
It's too bad because we had a guy back there to stop the screen, and they just want to slip right by. Oh well, 35-yard line.
Okay, here's a pass play. No, it's turned into a running play. Now the quarterback, he's a shifty little runner, and he stopped at the 25-yard line, and there's another flag. Slow to get up, but apparently okay, is number 54, Brian Bianchi.
This is, I believe, against Lynn English. Yeah. Really?
Our guest in the booth, by the way, who's supplying a lot of information, is the sports writer for Lynn Item,
Jim Bianchi.
And we've certainly appreciated having him here, and he covers these teams pretty well. So, it's against Saugus. 10 yards for holding. Wow.
Wow, I thought he was going the other way.
Yeah. That's going to bring the ball down to the 25-yard line. Can't afford to give away yardage, guys.
Oh. Well, you know, our guy took the fake, jumped instead of, he should have.
Okay, full sideline to sideline here for. Got him. They got him. He stopped at the 18-yard line. Number is Chris Carroll.
73's. John Palumbo was what I saw that stopped that play for a nice loss.
4-yard, second down. So we can do that. We can get back to midfield, guys. Wide formation again for Lynn English. They've got the whole field covered.
4 wide receivers. He's that time.
Looking, he's going to be almost. Now, maybe we'll get him this time. Oh,
no.
Well, it was knocked down by number 1, Acie Johnson. He couldn't catch it, but he kept it from Saugus intercepting.
It was good penetration by Saugus to throw him off stride. He just didn't get time to get set up. He rolled out to the side, and fortunately there was good coverage.
The ball is on the 28.
For your life out.
Same.
Okay, as you'll notice, number 7, Carroll, is back at quarterback.
Yeah, I'm glad he's not hurt. I'm sorry he's back in the game.
He's tricky.
He's got 2 receivers to the far side, 1 to this side, a back in motion. He's going to pass. He's got plenty of time.
He's out there.
He throws his number 3. Got it on the goal line.
In traffic. He caught it right on the goal line.
Yeah.
We had guys there.
Yeah. It wasn't good enough just to tackle at that point. You had to block the pass, and it didn't happen.
It's a shame to play so well and then give away plays like that.
Yeah. 1st and 10 on the goal line. How about that? There's 150 left in the 3rd period, and the tie is about to be broken, I believe. English.
He's caught. He did not go in.
I don't.
Yes,
yes,
they give it all.
Yes, he did.
Give it all.
Yeah. So it goes up to 20-14 now as English got some breaks. Saugus had a lot of opportunities to stop this team on the drive.
Okay, they don't have to go for 2 points here now, and let's see whether they kick the conventional extra point or they go for 2.
1 minute and 38 seconds left here in the 3rd period at Saugus. The score 20-14. Lynn English in the lead.
For the
and they're going to go for 2. Now they're shifting, and we're going to get a delay game. No, timeout. Well, I can't imagine why they would have to have a timeout.
Well, there's 1:38 left in this third period of action at Stackpole Field on a Saturday afternoon at
A cold
3:25, and Lynn English has just gone ahead 20-14. There's just been a lot of mistakes out there and penalties on both sides, but English gets the advantage on this last series, and they're waiting now to see whether they go for the 2 points, which they're apparently going to go for, and they lead here 20-14.
Is that the Lynn English coach out there in the middle of the field?
Yeah, with the gray sleeves on the jacket.
Yeah.
He goes in.
He's not going.
No, he stopped.
Stopped by 1 and 33 and 8.
33 and 8 made the tackle. Jim, tell me 33 was Ryan Garrity and Kevin Davis, number 8.
And Acie Johnson was the ball carrier.
You know, it's disappointing. We've played so many of these teams to a standstill and have no victories to show for. We played Salem to a standstill, Beverly, and had a great first half against Gloucester, and it just slips away from us in the second half.
Yeah, and, you know, there's something to be said for our team being worn down.
Well, they don't seem to be worn down as much in this. Just that, you know, the penalties of that drive really hurt.
Yeah, that's what hurt.
That last
Sure.
holding penalty was a real backbreaker, but they're still playing good defense, but they're going to sleep on a couple of passes.
Yeah. Okay, so we're back to kick. Lynn English is.
Could
The
stand a
ball
good
on
run
the
back
40-yard line, and Saugus has got Niccolo and Davis back deep. Here comes the boot.
It's a good one.
And it's
going
going
right
to go
to
right to Niccolo over his head.
Good
He
catch.
catches it. Turns around, runs up. He's up to the 20, the 25. He's got a little bit of a hole, but they caught him at the 27-yard line. One more breakaway and he'd have gone, but that's always what happens. That last, look at the little kid running on the field out there.
Okay, the ball's on the 27-yard line, not the worst spot on the field, but you got to start thinking clock here. There's 1:32. You got your timeout. You got plenty of time, but
He's got a whole quarter.
got to move that ball.
Okay.
Comes Niccolo, nowhere.
Nowhere.
Flips out.
I think we may have wound up losing the yard to boot, or 3 or 4 yards. Yep, we do.
Well, we got to stop testing the middle because we're not doing anything
We're not
at all.
getting there. Whoever's calling the plays ought to change them a little bit.
I will give credit to Mike Tachara for a freshman quarterback. He's had a very steady day.
Indeed.
He's done a good job controlling the squad.
Indeed, he's done fine. But
Back to pass.
There's-
That's to Davis. And
complete.
he's got it.
complete at the 34-yard line, I believe.
Okay, nice play. And
It's
it's
not
gonna
going to give us a first down, though. It's
gonna leave us with third and 5.
We'll bring up a third down.
Mike is passing well. He's on the money.
Yeah. Yeah. Too bad. Few mistakes have cost us.
Well, it was a key situation there where English did not get the 2 extra points because if you come down and score, you could win this game.
Mm-hmm.
And there's a stop,
Timeout by whom?
and it's charged to
Oh,
who?
it's the no. It is. The
Wow, the
first
clock.
quarter. The clock was off.
Wow.
So the score is Saugus is trailing by 6 points. They've got 1 quarter to go, and the teams are now shifting positions for the 4th period.
John, it's interesting to note that Mike Tachara has done a pretty decent job passing. Jim tells us he's 6 for 8 for 70 yards, which
fine.
is pretty decent, and he could be the key to going down the field tying this game. Of course, we scored early with 11-yard run by Niccolo and a 1-yard run by again Niccolo for our first 2 touchdowns, and Lynn English scored on a 80-yard run back by Acie Johnson.
That was on their first reception of the game.
They didn't get the 2 points, and then they had a 40-yard pass to late in the first half, and they did get the 2 points, and that made it 14-14. And then we just seen this long pass down here that set up this latest touchdown and puts Lynn English out in front 20-14. They didn't convert, and here we go with Saugus in a third and a big 6. Here goes Davis around the corner. That's the first time he's carried it. And around it goes nowhere.
Close, but no cigar. Still going to be 4th and 5. Or 4th and 4.
Well, it was a different wrinkle, but didn't help any.
Didn't work.
Oh, I see a fine young player going in out there now, number 5, Joe Bruce. Joe's looked good out there. See 24 also out there, Brian Bennett. Single safety back here is for Lynn English is Acie Johnson.
Whoa! He's going to have to run with it. Well, I think Saugus got a first down.
Yeah, ineligible receiver downfield.
Pass was complete, but there is a flag on the play.
Okay, well, it was a desperation play because the snap from center went wild. They picked it up. He saw a red shirt. He threw to it. It connected, but it was ineligible.
Receiver was loss of down, too, so it looks like they'll take over deep in Saugus territory. That could have been the game right there.
I haven't moved anything around yet.
Ineligible receiver down. That was 4th.
Oh,
They mark it off.
That brings the ball to the 30-yard line.
Well, they do get to kick.
They get to kick, though.
Okay, well.
Yeah.
Hey, Mike salvaged something on that. English could be sitting right now on their 20-yard line, so for what it's worth, he did salvage the play.
As the snap, again, it's high. The kick isn't too bad. It's going to give Saugus a chance to stay with it.
Wow, great recovery, great recovery.
It ends at the 30-yard line, maybe the 29-yard line.
Give it a little boot. Wow, what a difference in circumstances there. We were in dire straits with that bad snap over Mike Tachara's head. He recovered, made a pass. We took the illegal receiver downfield penalty, and now we have English on their own 30 instead of down on our 20.
I placed that. 1st and 10. Fast 10 yards for Lynn English in that one.
He's out there.
There's somebody running, and he's got it, and he fell. He fell on the Saugus 30-yard line. But it was a completed pass. And Lynn English is in scoring, striking distance again.
They've killed us with their passing. We've played some fine football, but they've just eaten us up with those long passes.
And it's not so bad, but we haven't got someone out there to defend against it. Getting away from our receiver defense. Here's a handoff.
Johnson, fumble?
I think another flag.
I think it's a fumble.
Oh, maybe that's what it was, but...
Saugus recovered,
Saugus got it.
28 recovered.
Number 28, Rodney Lavoie.
Big play.
So,
wow, there is justice.
That's pulling the ball out of the fire.
Okay, 9:33, gang. We got a lifeline here. We got to take it.
Saugus has a chance to use up the clock, has a chance to tie the score and even go ahead.
Well, we want to get out of field and score. You got plenty of time. Let's do it. A lot of support here from the cheerleaders. They're still here. A good squad of them. They've done a nifty job along with support from the band.
9:33 left to go in this one.
He's got
Kept
the ball.
the ball. He throws. It's complete. It's going to be good for a first down.
So Mike
Number
Caruso.
16 caught it. Mike Caruso.
I'll tell you, Mike Tachara's looking good out there for a freshman quarterback.
He's hitting them. Yep, he's hitting his receivers.
He rolled out, bought himself some time.
Didn't you say he did very well in Pop Warner?
Yes, he did.
Well, apparently the training was pretty good because he looks good out here today.
Well, apparently they're going to measure on this.
Well, it's a case of whether it's a first down or not, but that's a minor argument.
I saw Mike's father here at halftime, and
He must
they
be
run
pleased.
the Chara construction business here. His father before him, and now Mike's the guiding hand, and they're just great people. His father's a big, rugged guy.
Now where was the ball?
Young Mike is probably going to be as big as his father.
The ball.
What do you do now? Just kick the ball.
They give him a first down. That's what they do. How do you like that? When in doubt, kick.
You just don't bring that guy back again.
Oh, I don't see any protests from Saugus, but I don't know what you can protest, really. I guess the referee's from Lynn.
Well, let's see a little of the Indian motif down here below, the music that kind of escaped us in recent years. And okay, 1st and 10, 9:12 left here. Ball on the 37-yard line. There's the pitch, not a good pitch, but he hangs on.
And he's good for 6 or 7. He's over the 40 at the 43-yard line, I think.
Okay, 8:52 left here. It's going to be a 2nd and 5. As far as I know, we have all of our timeouts left. Takes a long time to get on the field sometimes, and
we use up every second in between plays, that's for sure.
We don't want another overtime game. Well, we had one of those this year. That was enough. He smashes through.
That's Niccolo, and he's not close to a first down, but he's over the 45 to the 46-yard line.
Got to leave us with about a 3rd and 2.
3rd and 3, 4, 2. Good.
Let's say one, long one. Niccolo has 99 yards, John.
One more yard, he'll hit the century mark. Mike Niccolo, proud to call him grandson. And he's got the yard. And a couple more to boot.
Yeah. Looks like he did. You're right, it's a first down. We're out to the roughly the 49-yard line.
7:49 left to go.
Slow, sustained, but steady drive.
That would be fine. That would be just fine. Use up the clock and let's get a tie.
Okay, we got our twin receivers on this side, Davis and Howard, both good threats.
It's back to Niccolo, and Niccolo is up
flag.
over the 50, down to the 48-yard line, but there's a flag on the play.
That usually goes against the offense. Holding. Gets Saugus. He's going to push it back to the air. First and a bus ride, I guess.
It's set up for 1st and 10. No, 1st and 20, you're right. The scoreboard is wrong. All right, let's see what happens now.
Look down below, there's a fair crowd here for a Saturday afternoon.
Yeah, they must have come in at halftime. Back to pass, back to pass. He throws it. It's complete. It's up to the 45, 44-yard line. Number 6 was the receiver on that.
Well, he picked up about, what, 5, 6 yards of that?
Make that 6
yards,
and 8,
yeah.
and it was Kevin Davis.
He was in traffic, too.
Yeah, yeah.
Fine young man, fine young receiver.
Okay, we're going to be 2nd and about 14. The penalty killed us, as the saying goes.
Okay, we split the wide receivers. 7 this side, 8 the other side.
Back to pass. Got time. Throws. He's got someone down here, but it's intercepted.
Right up the middle.
Intercepted over the 40, the 30, the 20. He falls.
All the way back
Carrier
there.
fell on the 25-yard line.
Too bad that one went right down the middle of the field. He was just sitting there waiting for it.
Yep.
Well, that was a toughie.
Yeah, that kind of put the kibosh on a drive by Saugus. It looked pretty good. Young Michael Niccolo has gone over the century mark in yards gained again, as he has for most of the games during this senior year of his.
Saugus presented with a big challenge to stop this attack here if they want to win this game or tie it. Here goes Johnson off tackle.
And tackle, but he did make a pretty decent gain of about 4 yards.
Let's see Niccolo getting up from the bottom of that pile.
And kid's a two-way player.
Looks like it's about 2nd and maybe 7.
2nd and 6, they're saying. That's a long.
The ball's on the 20-yard line.
5:44 left to go in the game.
He's off that side again.
Number 22 carry, and he's dragged down somewhere around the 19-yard line.
Looked like Brian Bianchi cut him down. Lloyd was also in it there.
3rd and 4 from the looks of it.
Critical series. You don't stop him here, and this one's over.
Down to about 5 minutes left to play in the game. English coming up to the line of scrimmage. Quarterback, hands off.
He's coming wide.
He falls. He falls somewhere around the 10-yard line, maybe 11-yard line.
Looks like he might be a show. Yeah. Oh, he did get the first down.
Gave him a first down.
Yeah. 4:49 left.
They could get a first down and not score. It's going to be to the 2-yard line. Is the yard marker for a first down.
Need some defense here. This one is the final.
Clock's down to the last 4 minutes and 30 seconds to play.
Saugus, my team has played so valiantly.
Quarterback back to pass. Gonna run. Gonna be hit. Breaks through.
He's running laterally.
He's got himself some room. They
Howard takes him out.
On the 10-yard line.
Good pursuit by young Mike Howard.
Yeah.
Saw his father at halftime again today. Another nice guy. Big supporter of youth activities in the community. 2nd and 10. Clock stopped at that play as he went out of bounds.
2nd and 8. Okay. What will we do this time? We ask of the young quarterback.
Run the ball.
English. Pitch.
He's coming on a wide sweep. There goes Johnson. He hesitates. He cuts back.
And number 50 for Saugus made the tackle there. And Tyler Palomino.
I saw his mother and father at halftime too. Great people. Jane, Arthur.
3rd and 5.
57 coming out. Kyle Brunell.
3:50 left to go in the game.
Ball sitting on about, what is it, the 6 yard?
7 or 8, I think.
3rd and 5.
Uh,
3:34 left.
Number 1.
He smashes forward.
He got a couple, but he didn't still make the necessary distance. But he's using up the clock. We're down to 3.5 minutes or less.
Palomino was in on that stop. Coming up now, 4th and 5.
It's a big play for Saugus if they can stop them.
If they stop, they get the ball back. They have another chance. They still get their timeout. You'd have to come down the field throwing the ball.
A play for Saugus. They spread receivers 2 to either side. Quarterback takes the snap.
He goes nowhere. He doesn't go anywhere. Saugus is going to take over. Saugus has stopped this drive.
Probably on the 3-yard line. A great defensive stand, goal-line stand.
The best defensive series of the year.
And they're no slouch trying to stop this team.
Well, we're on our 3 or 4 yard line now. It's 2:53 left. We probably have 4 timeouts, but the only way you're going to win this game is you've got to throw that ball.
You've got to throw it 90 yards.
You can't do it with Niccolo from that spot in the field.
Well, setting up to throw, they sent 2 wide receivers to this side. Nicolo's alone in the backfield.
You don't want to get caught in the
quarterback gives it to him, and he's got himself a little opening.
Whoa!
And he's
Whoa!
finally pulled down at the 30-yard line. He almost broke it.
What did I say? You can't do it. Well, what else do you want to hear from the mountain? Wow, there was a biggie right there. Get you out from the shadow of the goalpost, and now you're really a threat as you moved out to a decent spot on the field here.
Right, and Mike Niccolo broke that one and brought it up to the 30-yard line. A good opening. Here he comes again, and he's still pushing and shoving, but he probably gained 2 at best.
Well, you can't be running too much here because you don't have that much time.
You're down to 2.5, 2:29. As somebody called something or other. There's a whistle on the field. Not timeout, though. The clock is still running.
Come on, guys. You got to run those plays a little quicker.
I know. 2:14, 2:13.
You got to bag your timeouts here too afterwards.
Get this off.
He's got time.
A pass play in the making. It's complete to number 19 of Saugus, up over the 40, close to the 45-yard line.
And a first down.
19. Frank LeConte took that one.
Nice job by Michael as he rolled out to this side, picked his receiver, dumped it off. He got 2:01 left. The ball's at the up to the 47. That's pretty good from your 4 to your 47 in 3 plays.
So if we can get this play off, we get the 2-minute warning. Now, wait a minute.
He may be giving a 2-minute warning now.
Wait a minute. We're checking the books. The man in the striped shirt. And the message is going to be... Where's he going?
That must be the 2-minute warning, probably. Although I didn't see him give it to the side.
I didn't see it, no.
He's saying, has anybody seen my whistle?
Oh, wait a minute. He's got to come over and see if this guy...
That's a 2-minute warning.
Well, it's all over then. Okay, the 2-minute warning came and went without any indication. A quick pass play, complete.
First down.
For a first down.
The good part is they stopped the clock while they moved the markers.
Right. The ball is at the 45-yard line for all intents and purposes. It's Saugus on the move. They're 154.
Okay.
Quickly up to the line of scrimmage. Quarterback takes the ball, pitches to Niccolo. Nicolo's hitting the backfield, dropped at the 50-yard line.
Well, timeout, timeout, timeout.
I think they may have. Yep. Saugus, 1:36. The clock didn't stop, but I'm sure they'll fix it.
Well, something unique today, as Jim Bianchi pointed out to us, that we actually have a female official on the field today. Of the 3 officials here, she's a young lady. She's not the tallest one, probably the shortest one across the way, and she survived the whole game and apparently has done a decent job.
No controversy, that's for sure. Okay, here comes DiChiara back out onto the field. He's got to play.
2nd and 15, the ball right on the 50. Probably have 3 timeouts left. You really can't afford any more running plays unless you get in close. He drops the ball. They got it.
I think Lynn got it, and that's the end of the ball game. Okay, the quarterback dropped the ball apparently on the way, pulling it away from the center, and
that's the game.
That was the game. That's
the ball game. Linego's is going to win this game, apparently 20-14. Mike DiChiara did a fine job at quarterback, but there was somehow it wasn't a connection between the center and the quarterback on that one.
A heartbreaking way to end an exciting ball game. It looks like the final score, if I were the coach of Lynn English, I would just tucked the ball down to the ground.
Well, John, I'm going to pull a plug and leave. I've been usher at the 5:30 Mass, and seeing we're not going anywhere, I'm going to grab a couple of minutes and head off in that direction. I want to thank Jim Bianchi from the Lynn Item, fine sports writer, and he was nice to have here, and he gave us some great stats today. Thank you, Jim.
Appreciate having you on board.
The Niccolo has 125 at this point.
Great game by Michael, and a nice game by DiChiara, the quarterback. First time out, he's done very well. And we'll...
They've had a lot of games like this. They really did deserve to lose, and you guys are entirely welcome. I don't feel bad for them.
I got to go pray to save the world.
Yes, you do. You're praying that you win the World Series scrap.
Nice talking.
See ya. Bye-bye.
So we've got this 1 minute and 25 seconds left to run, and time is of the essence. Oh, he's broken away, and it brings the ball down to about the 35-yard line. So number 1 carries for Lynn English, and he moves down with 1 minute and 17 seconds. Again, the clock stops while they move the stakes. 1st and 10.
The first down for English on the Patriots' 35-yard line.
You played too well, boys.
Yeah, Saugus played well. And it's a shame they had golden opportunities a couple of times to get an edge, and it just slipped away. I suppose one has to say it isn't their year. Coach Niccolo comes over the sideline. He's a little bit frustrated with what might have been and could have been and what actually is. So with 1 minute and 17 seconds left to go, the score 20-7 in favor of Lynn English. Lynn English really should just drop the ball and let it go at that. Let the clock run itself out. And that's what they're doing. The quarterback kneels down. We had a chance. And again, Lynn kneels, takes the time, and the clock runs down to the 1 minute mark. And the clock is now down to, well, 50 seconds. Running down to 45. Again, they down the ball. The clock runs down. It's into the 30s. Down into the 20 seconds. For giving us this game. It was an interesting and exciting game. We appreciate it. We'll see you again in a couple of weeks when Saugus plays on their final home game of the season. Until then, I'm John Mangini along with Dick Barry. Thank you so much for watching. Good night, everybody.
The final score, the Lynn English Bulldogs 20 to the Saugus